are live. Cool. Sweet. Thank you. And it is just me. Malik has dropped. I'm going to give this space like 10 minutes to fill up. You all get to look at my beautiful PFP today. Um, yeah. I'm going to hop on mute for a sec. We're going to let this We're going to let this stream fill up. Actually, I'm not going to hop on mute. I'm just going to talk. My audio is very low. Fuck. I put in new headphones. Okay, thank you, Malik, for fixing that. Shout out to the best tech support stream host I could ever ask for. Now it's low again. It must not be touching. You must not be touching the microphone. This is true. I'm not touching the microphone. There you go. Okay, cool. I just need to keep it closer to my mouth. Yeah, I think these are so I bought these corded headphones, which I thought would be really good. And it turns out that they were not actually Apple, that they're some knockoff Apple. And I bought these at the airport. I thought that was illegal. Whatever. Anyways, glad to be here. Thank you, Malik, for setting this up. And I look forward to you joining me in a bit when you can. We're going to do some trade talk tonight. We're going to do some asset talk, long-term picks. Really, it's not really trading. I mean, I guess it's technically trading, but we're going to talk about some moats. We are going to talk about... What else are we going to talk about? Oh, I'm going to gloat about my Zcash trade later, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah. We'll let this space fill up for a bit. Space. I keep calling it a space. I'm just going to keep calling it a space. I hosted far too many spaces in my life to, not call it one now. It's a space, it's a room, it's an area for us to gather and to be and to talk about shitcoins where we could make money or lose money. If you're like me, you lose a lot. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Man, I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. It's definitely Tuesday. It's been a busy ass week. You could tell me it's Thursday and I'd believe you. Cool. Well, I'm just gonna briefly talk about moats since I think we're live. No, I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes. We'll let 5 minutes go. I am going to. I look forward to sharing some of the details actually tonight. Glad Malik gave me a little space to talk about moats, and we'll talk about moats anytime as well. I know I'll have some questions. We're gonna talk about light hash as well. Shout out to XRP. Shout out to Chris Basilla. I think light hash and hash cash are far from dead. If you're even a short-term trader, dude, go buy a bunch of hash cash and just sit on it. And you don't even have to buy that much. You could buy $100. You could buy $50. It's gonna be worth 10, 100x more. Just because it's a fucking. They're two docs devs that have been on AVAX for over 5 years, and the mechanisms are really cool. They're building out their own proof of work L1. They're just dropping little seeds as they go, and you just have to have an ounce of conviction that these guys are going to deliver on even 50% of what they say. I think they're going to deliver on 100%. But even if you're not that bullish like I am, I know these guys. I know they're capable of delivering what they're saying. But we'll dive more into light hash in a bit. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about hash cash. I know a lot of people gave up on it. I don't give up on anything because maybe I'm stubborn, maybe I'm retarded, maybe a little bit of both. But either way, I still hold. I've had 10,000 hash cash sitting in my multi-sig for like months now. Like probably since like it launched, I bought like a couple hundred, a couple thousand. And I want to say maybe it was 1,000, maybe not 10,000. I don't know, something like that. There's only 21 million. It's a Bitcoin fork of sorts. It's actually a big coin fork, but with some good moderation, good modifications, moderations. I don't know, same thing. Anyway, Wazi has been busy. Speaking of my PFP, they've been cooking some stuff on Solana, Waziverse. There's also like buy Wazi on Ethereum. I still hold all my buy Wazis. I actually bought like a couple more recently. I think NFTs are going to see a run here, Q3. Not all of your bags are going to run because most of your NFTs are retarded, but like the ones that have stood the test of time are going to run. I don't think anything on AVAX is necessarily. You might see like maybe like no chills, maybe steadies, maybe Benzies, maybe like the real world assets they might run. That's about it. I don't know any other like the Hefe stuff is cool. There's some other NFTs out there that are cooking on Avalanche that I think are kind of cool. I don't really give a shit about the 404s, if I'm being completely honest. I love Moonbags. I love him, and I've hung out in person a number of times. He's a good dude. And I can like someone and disagree with. Not even disagree. Like the mechanisms work, the product works. I just don't think it's necessarily like mass adoption focused. Like it just feels really niche. And again, I love Moonbags. No hate. I don't necessarily see 404 as taking off. Like it didn't take off the first time we did it, and yeah, it was like a market thing. Markets were also ass. Being on Avalanche doesn't help. But I don't know. I don't necessarily see 404s as an amazing. Like everyone needs to do 404s next. Like NFTs launched, and I was like, yo, everybody needs to do this, right? Like there's a million use cases. You know, the metadata makes it really pliable. Like you can do subscriptions with them. We were able to use them as vault receipt tokens. Like the pliability in their NFT is absolutely incredible. It's more than just a fucking JPEG, right? Like a lot of the times it is just a JPEG, but I mean ENS is NFTs, right? So like there's a lot of flexibility in a 721 and even in 1155s. 404s are different because they're just not that standard. I didn't really think I was going to do a 404 rant tonight, but honestly, this is a lot of fun. And I haven't even consumed any substances yet. Like, this is just like raw, off the dome, after work, hydrated. Speaking of which, I should probably have a beer. Should probably crack open the first beer. Now that we're at minute 8. Yeah, it's my 404 rant. Again, I love Moonbags. I love what he's doing. I actually think the product is really clean. Like, definitely check it out. I'm skeptical on use case, as I am with a lot of things in crypto. So it's not like necessarily like, I'm only bearish on 404s. It's not even necessarily bearish. It's just like, I don't know, prove to me that there is a market for it, and I will shut the fuck up. But other than that, I'm not even funny. It's just like, it is what it is. I had people ask me for do like Benzi 404s, and that's not the plan. I'll get the little alpha on Benzi box. We have a number of like collections. We have like 13 or 14 or 15. I forget how many now. Because I don't actually have them all with me. Some of them are on the East Coast, and some of them are in storage. So I've lost count of the number of collections. Because they each go through a process, right? Of like, I acquire them, I have to digitalize them, then I have to tokenize them, then I have to fractionalize them. And there's metadata associated with it, and some of them are in storage, and some of them are across the country, and some of them are with me, and some of them are So it really depends what stage they're at in the process. And like I know that we're gonna do a launch on the Grotto of an NFT of a real world asset, and I've already selected which one we're gonna do. I haven't told anyone other than the Grotto team. Wrath and Snaps, shout out to the dogs. Other than that, I have like a number of. I'm thinking about doing one on Robinhood. I think that would be cool. I think we're just gonna start with like one chain with Grotto. We have a bridge set up with them, so you're gonna be able to bridge your Benzi to the Grotto, and then you're gonna be able to mint this piece using your Benzi, and
and then there's going to be like a little like point system, and you're going to be able to earn some Benzie back potentially, depending what pieces you mint. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't looked into what we're doing with Benzie Box, no worries. We haven't really made a lot of noise recently. We've been quietly building. We've been building Benzie Launch and Benzie Swap. Benzie Launch is an RWA launchpad platform, and Benzie Swap is an OTC counter where you can make offers and receive offers on your assets. It's focused on the NFT of the Benzie Box ecosystem, but we're going to whitelist some of our partners and some of our friends' assets so that you can make OTC deals and some of those assets as well. Benzie Launch is going to be private, so it's not going to be open sourced. I'm going to be, like Benzie Box myself, is going to be the only one that has the ability to launch collections on it. And some of them will be mintable in the Benzie token. The majority of all of Season 1 is going to be in Benzie. Season 1 is going to be 7 artworks, I believe. They're each going to have, like, each of the NFTs for each of the collections. Let me take a step back. Each of the collections will have the same number of pieces, number of NFTs per artwork, so same number of fractions. Each of those fractions will have a point value associated with it, and at the end of Season 1, we're going to total up the number of points that you have. We're going to put it on a leaderboard, and then we're going to airdrop some of that Benzie that everybody spent to mint back to the top point holders, and then we're going to burn a majority of the Benzie. So it's going to be this big Benzie burn. People are going to earn some Benzie back, and they're all going to have these RWAs, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully that drives some price action and if at least nothing else, volume for the Benzie token. So yeah, that'll be really cool. That's called Art Drop. Art Drop Season 1, coming soon to Benzie Box and Benzie Launch. Yeah, really excited. So stay tuned for that. We finished building the contracts and the UI for that about a year ago at this point, man. Maybe about 11 months. We built it in last September. No, we built it last August. Holy shit, we built it a year ago. And I was like, we were mapping it out like in like May and June, because we had done the Benzie launch in like March, April, Benzie token launch, because the NFT had launched back in February. So like, man, Benzie's been a lot of fun. And we've been like really quiet on purpose, we're still doing the moat rewards every month that we have from our P33 treasury, XFAR staking treasury. We're going to be partnering with Rad Tools and Rad Engine to get to utilize their system to help automate that payment process so that we can do it every week instead of every month. I think it would be really cool. I might even do it like bi-weekly. No, I don't think I can because Pharaoh's weekly. Yeah, it's based off Pharaoh, so we're going to do it weekly. Sorry, I like to get ahead of myself. And then, yeah, we have some other partnerships like our Arweave partnership, which is really cool. We're waiting for AO to go live, and then we're going to deploy a second bridge to AO, which is a token that I'll talk about later once Malik gets on. It's its own L1, kind of. It's its own blockchain. It's built on top of Arweave. It's an L1, but it utilizes Arweave for data. I think that's really cool. It's also like its own internet, which we're going to talk about later. But yeah, so we partnered with Arweave 9 months ago. They've been incredible. We host all of our data for all of our NFTs and our metadata there, and they help cover some of mostly all of the costs. It really wasn't that expensive, but they covered it, and they cover the rest of our data for the 14, 15 collections that we're going to bring over. The Arweave team is awesome. The AR.io team is really cool, and really cool with the Wander team, which is like the wallet over there. They also just deployed like this new native wallet. I think Wander is probably going to integrate it. I haven't talked to the team about what they're going to do. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff happening in the AO and Arweave ecosystems. In case you're wondering what AO stands for, it doesn't stand for anything. It stands for anything, man. Because like the fucking name for it is AO the computer. The ticker is AO. Anyway, it's like a $20 million market don't get too excited. Anyway, so that's Benzie Box. Have some more fun things cooking there as well, but we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves. Then there's Goy Beam. Fuck everyone for Goy Beam. That shit was so annoying. I got pumped and dumped it, pumped and dumped it, dumped it, pumped and pumped it. Oh my god. Anyway, we're still doing it. Creator fees get sent to the moat, and you earn airdrop points towards the moat's airdrop for participating. And yeah, fucking Robinhood, man. What a time, what a place. What a place to be trading. God. Knox was so much drama for no reason. And like it turns out Goy Beam got botted pretty bad. Dude, I put like 2 ETH into that launch. Bonded most of it myself. Because you gotta. And then yeah, not much came of it. Literally just not much came of it. Hang on, I'm gonna take a sip of water. I've been ranting for 15 minutes. I don't even know how many people we have on Arena right now. I'm not looking at it. Like, so if there's comments, actually, what I'm gonna do is go on mute. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I'm gonna hop on Arena and see what kind of comments we have. See what I can answer. But yeah, hang on. All right, I'm really glad I checked those comments. This is a phone call. This is a phone call from me to you. This is like your sleep paralysis demons. If they could talk to you about crypto and shit, and it's like crypto that like you kind of have heard about before, and it's like not mainstream stuff. There's like 5 people listening right now, which is just awesome, and I love it. And I appreciate all of you for being here. And again, for Malik for giving me this opportunity to rant into the void of the arena. Yeah, whatever that means. All right. Before I dive into moats, I want to talk about teaching a man to fish, metaphorically. So, what do I mean by that? You know what I mean by that. There's like really easy ways that I have found success at this time in the market. So, I guess let me backtrack a second. I've been trading since early 2014, but like really, really trading since like 2016. Okay. So we're coming up on like, no, 2017. So we're coming up on like 10 years almost, 9 years. So I've seen a couple cycles. And I think one thing that I really enjoy is buying low, sitting on a project where I know the team is cooking, and then selling later. It sounds oversimplified, but like that was AVAX from $6 to $136. That was Zcash from $20 to like fucking $800. I'm still holding that bullshit. And there's like other ones like that, right? Where you can like get in early, So you see an opportunity. You know, like we all know the markets are shifting, right? And there's going to be projects that do a 5x. There's going to be projects that do a 10x. But then there's going to be projects that do like a 50x, a 75x, right? A 100x. Well, of course, we don't want the 100x, but dude, a 50x is still fucking good, especially if you go in with like $2,000, man. Fucking hard, right? Like, what other industry can you make that in? So, I feel like we're at the point of, dude, it's like, it must be like, I'm just thinking about like the listeners right now. You must feel like you're stuck in an elevator, like this like crazy schizophrenic. Um, I'm glad I can be that for you this evening. I hope you're wearing headphones. It's like ASMR. It's just fucking me. Anyway, we're at the time in the market where whether it's August, September, October, November, it just feels primed. Feels primed. Feels primed for crypto to go the fuck up. We've seen it, right? We felt the pump. That might have been might have been a liquidity trap, what that one hot chick is saying. It might be not a liquidity trap. Who knows? I don't. But I don't really trade. Just kind of hold. I bought it months ago and I'm still sitting on shit. The only thing I've really done recently is like sold my Aave for Chainlink. Did that like a couple bucks ago. But my point in this is if you use your resources like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, whatever, DeFi Llama, RWA Scan, Arkham, if you need it, you can be pretty successful in figuring out, you know, whose tokens are already basically fully emitted, whose tokens are pretty much bottomed. Like, look at the chart. What do you think the next narratives are going to be, right? Who's positioned to take advantage of that? And then make sure you put enough in. Like, don't buy $50 or something. I'm being honest. Like, maybe if that's what you can afford, obviously do it. But like, if you the worst thing in the world is when you turn a couple $100 into $100,000 and you go, fuck, dude. What if I'd actually put in real money? And I say that like it sounds so arrogant, but it really maybe it's not the worst thing. But it's like, man, if I had actually known that this was going to take off, right? I did that with Hex. I think I put in like $1,000. I think I walked away with like 6 figures. And I was sitting there like, man, I should have put in like, maybe I put like $3,000, right? And I was like, man, I should have put in 10. It's true. I would have probably had like $500,000 if I put in 10 grand. And some things just run like that in crypto. Um, and I feel like we're getting back to that time. I mean, me and everyone else. So maybe the consensus is wrong as usual, but it just feels like we're in that. I don't know, man. I've been in the bear market for so damn. I've been in the bear market. I mean, I launched Ryu February of 2022. Last month of the last bull market. Honestly, you can look at the charts. And here we are at the beginning of the next bull market. I feel refreshed. I feel it in my veins. I feel like we're finally here. Um, yeah. 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 And we're back. Sorry about that. I tried to check comments on Arena and somehow got booted. And Malik saved the day, so thank you, Malik. Cool. Yeah. We're back. Talking about bullshit. Talking about how to make money. Talking about moats. Talking about moats. I have probably time to talk about moats. Here's one thing I think about moats. I think you're all underexposed. There's really easy ways to get involved too, and that's like my favorite part. It's like you don't have to do Benzie Box, you don't have to do Wear Malik. Though you totally should. You don't have to, right? I mean, eventually, when Arena fucking, gets involved, you'll be able to stake Arena and earn for the airdrop. They announced their moat in February. What? I know it's August. I know, Hapu. I can't. I already told Malik. I know, Ruby. You're ruining the comments for everyone. Like, you probably don't even speak English, so like I don't know why I'm trying to appeal to you in English, but stop, please. Malik isn't here. It's me. So you might think he's a scammer. I think you're a retard. But, we're all entitled to our opinions. Yeah. So, bless your heart. And, yeah, I wish you nothing but a 1x with bull market. Because, I don't know, you got nothing better to do but hop on Arena and call someone a scammer. You're probably unemployed or just, like, really not fun at parties. It's like, dude, launches tokens, and guess what? Sometimes they don't work. People don't call me a scammer. Also, if they did, I'd fucking chew their ass out. There's no tomorrow, because I don't take shit from fucking anyone. So, I mean, also, like, you have to come correct. Like, if you're gonna call someone a scammer, you better have evidence, or you're a fucking retard. Because I'm going to hit you with 100 links, and I'm not going to be nice either. Like, I love when people try to call me a scammer and then they get upset when I'm not nice to them. It's like, hello, retard. I'm not here to be nice to you. I run a protocol. You want someone that's gonna be nice to you? Hit up my CM. He's always nice to everyone. N3X is the man. You want someone that's gonna be nice to you? Talk to him. You want to call me a scammer? I'm gonna rip your fucking dick off. That's how I feel. So, yeah, you want to call Malik a scammer? You better have some fucking proof, Ruby, or I'm gonna rip your fucking dick off. It's like, that's just where I'm at with people in 2026. And the cool part is I'm gonna talk all this shit. Like, what, 10 people are gonna hear it? So yeah, Ruby, keep calling Malik a scammer. A fucking scammer. You sound like an idiot. It sounds silly willy. I don't appreciate it. Man. Because that implies that I work with a scammer. And I'll be damned. The only time I ever worked with a scammer, the only time I ever actually worked with a scammer, this is actually a great story. I don't think a lot of people know this. I don't know how many people are going to actually hear this. How many of you are bots? How many of you are real? I don't know. Let's find out. The year is 2021. I got hired by a team to write a white paper for a project. And they said, bro, we'll hire you. We'll give you a big percentage of the mint. And you can run the project. Well, actually, at the time, they were the project manager. I was like, bet, I'll write the white paper for, like, a small percentage of the mint. And they were like, cool. I was like, this was like maybe like the 5th or 6th project I ever really worked on. And I had never really like created my own. But I had done like a lot of tokenomics for other teams and done a lot of advising. And I worked for a professional firm that did tokenomics and all that good stuff. So I write the white paper. Project manager quits. I'm like, hey, yo. They're like, yo, Alex, you wrote the white paper. I know you're not a project manager, but like, do you want to take a stab at it? How hard can it be? I was like, yeah, right. How hard can it be? So, it's me, the CTO again. The company hired, right? Company. It's these two guys. Right? It's these two guys hired me. They hired Dyslexic, who was the project manager. And they hired a guy named Brown. And Brown and Dyslexic both kind of parted ways, and Dyslexic went to Smashverse, and I don't know what Brown ended up doing, but it was me and Mohammed and 3X, and Stub came on board. Well, Stub didn't come on board yet, and it was Vlad on the artist, and it was Green Earth as the CTO that they hired, and it was these other two guys. I'm blanking on there, but their company was called Alchemy Labs, and so we do Ryu. Yeah, it's 3,333 piece NFTs, right? We launched them for 2.22 AVAX. I mean, we raised $1.4 million, and we sold out the NFT collection in like 16 minutes. It was retardedly fast. It was one of the best mints on Avalanche. There were better ones, like there were ones that raised more money, but we hit it a really good time. And then we launched the token. So I launched the token. I used a large percentage of the supply of the raise funds that we did to fund the LP. I did the airdrop. The token was worth maybe like 400K. No, 500K. Somewhere in that range, like 450. And I just now keep you in mind, I didn't hire anyone on this team. I got hired. CTO got hired. Everyone got hired, right? We were on a multi-sig. And the developer's doing some work on something. I didn't know. And all of a sudden, my phone starts blowing up.
You are banned! You are banned!
Hello, everybody. Are you guys there right now? Anybody there? I am in, waiting for Garrett to call me back. I will call you back in 15 minutes. Hello, everybody. Are you there? Are you there? Hello, Elric. How are you? Hapu, why didn't you pick a cool crypto name? Wait, Elric, I didn't know that was an issue. Hold on. He's coming right back. He got booted out by StreamYard. There he is. There you are, Alex.
All right, we're back. I wonder if that was it. I wonder if it wasn't going to the headphones.
That was weird, wasn't it?
That was very odd.
So someone asked if you have any plans to restore the prop remote access from the Arena App Store.
I didn't know there was an issue with it.
Why can't I hear you right now for some reason?
Testing.
There we go. That's better.
I didn't know there was an issue with it.
Yeah, there is an issue with it. For some reason, I noticed it like 2 days ago myself.
I mean, I'll have my dev team look into it next week.
Do you want me to tell you what the error message is?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to send me in on Discord, that'd be great.
Yep, I will.
Yeah, we can take a look at it. I
So
don't
yeah,
know
when
if
you
it's
go to
like
the
on
Arena App Store and you hit Moats, it goes. Okay, so it connect. When you hit Connect Wallet, right? Oh hey, it works, Elric. It works now.
I'm telling you guys, we don't touch that arena config.
Yeah. So whatever it was fixed. Oh wait, I can't find my my assets. That's the issue.
Well, okay. If all right, does anyone have? If anyone, okay, if you want to test something for me, here's a really
So,
great way to see if this is an arena issue or a moats issue. Okay.
oh wait,
If
here Will Dev is here. Hello, Will Dev.
if you have your arena wallet exported to Rabby or MetaMask or whatever,
Yep.
go to moats.app with that exported address in that wallet and tell me if you have the same issue. If you have the same issue, then it's a moats thing and I have to fix it.
Got it.
If it's not, if it is there, if you can see all your assets, that's an arena issue. Okay? And like we can try looking at the Wallet Connect integration that we have. Like we did some custom logic for it, but because like we're not an arena app, right? We are a standalone protocol. We built an integration that allows the arena wallet.
So when things go wrong, it can happen. It can be on either side of the table.
Kind of like VDEX.
Yeah, for some reason, Alex, you're coming in really. Does anybody else have an issue listening to him? Maybe you guys can hear. Maybe it's my speakers.
I don't know, man. I'm like, you're
There you
right.
go. Yeah, there you. Now it went up. Now it went really high. Now you're up there, like talking like a beast.
I don't know. Speakers like it's. I don't know. I didn't move anything.
There
so
it is.
Awesome.
So, so here we go. Okay, so I go into the arena. I go into my wallet on Rabby, right? And then I go to, oh, don't lick me, cat. Cat, stop licking. Okay. I go to not convert dust, Arena Social. I go to AVAX, right?
Yep.
And then, wait, mobile. What is where do I go? Why am I not finding this for some reason? Oh, because I'm not on my phone. That's why.
You go to the if you're on are you on Rabby?
Almost like 2 minutes. I am on Rabby, but I'm on Rabby on my desktop on Brave.
Moats.app on your browser then.
I can't, for some reason I can't find. Oh, D-apps. There it is. There it is. Found it. Moats.app. Booyah-kacha.
Wait, so are you on mobile or on desktop?
Okay, so it looks like it's working on Rabby. It looks like it is.
And it's an arena issue.
Okay, so I'll put a note into the arena team about that because that's on them then. Correct.
And if it comes back and it ends up being something that my team needs to fix, we'll do it. But like, man, we haven't changed anything in months for that. Like it just it just works.
Yeah, because you know what? On Rabby, it works perfectly fine.
Dude,
It took me right into my Where Malik moat, so that doesn't happen on the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And if I click menu and I go to profile, oh, there's Ducky. Oh, yeah, it's a little slow, but it is 100% pulling up all my accounts on Rabby.
Well, if you want the fast one, go to Pro.
Correct. Oh,
Yeah,
it works. There it is. There they all are. All of them.
Yeah, so then it's an arena issue most likely.
So, if guys, if you're having
arena.
trouble with it, we should literally be putting a request in with the arena devs.
I was gonna say also like we haven't pushed an update in 2 weeks, so if it's like in the last couple days, it's definitely not us because we only have been doing stuff on staging. We haven't pushed anything to production in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So,
Got it.
the next update we do for Moats is actually going to be the automated rewards wallet.
Okay, I've got to go. I just got to do one last thing with Garrett for like 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Sounds good. And just like that, you're all stuck with me again. Time to see if like StreamYard decides to freak out for a third time. If it freaks out for a third time, I'm quitting. I'm gonna take a shower, call it a night. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, well, it was crazy, huh? I'm kidding. Where was I? In my rant, in my monologue. Miner's monologue. I should start a stream called Miner's Monologue where you just stare at my PFP. It's just me talking about random bullshit. It's like Joe Rogan, but way less entertaining in one person. I say that I've never seen a single episode of Joe Rogan all the way through. I think I watched like a partial episode of one. I forget whose it was, but everyone was like, "Oh, you have to watch it." And I ended up watching it, and I was like, "Yeah, it was alright." Forget who it was. Was it Trump? Was it Vance? Was it someone like that? Like it's like the first time they went on. I don't know. Anyway, I think if I had a streaming channel on Arena, I mean, I would do that. I think that'd be kind of cool. What would I talk about other than crypto? Do you have to talk about anything other than crypto? Can you just do like a one-topic show? Things to consider. Because if I had other topics, I would talk about my pink gun that I'm building. Because Hapu keeps yelling at me to build a pink gun. Because I built a brown gun. Apparently that wasn't good enough. So I've been requested to build a pink gun. And that actually sounds like a pain in the ass. It's like pink Cerakote from like gun manufacturers is so expensive, but I'll figure it out. I like, you know, it'll be like the Zcash pink gun. I don't know what caliber to make it. That's the hardest question because it's like you make it like I don't want to make it like some like tiny caliber. Make it like a beep beep beep. I want it to go bang bang bang. So like gotta figure out what I want to do. Cause you gotta respect it. If it's gonna be pink, if I'm gonna put all this effort in, it's gonna be a yopper. It's gonna be like an absolute yopper. You can't. Like, I don't know, man. You figure it out. 45 ACP, pistol caliber carbine, yopper. Yop yop yop. Yopper has been my like auditory stim for the last couple weeks. Yoppers. Took one of my new guns to the range, and I have a stock on here from a company. They're based out of a country that not a lot of people like. And I didn't know that until after I bought it. And then it says made in that country. I don't really give a shit. I mean, it's a stock. It goes on a rifle. Just bang. Right? It doesn't really matter. But these guys were like, yo, you have a piece from so and so. And I was just like, yeah, I do. Probably. I don't know. And they were like, well, you should get a mag pull. It's American. Honestly, I don't disagree with that statement. I love my Magpul. I have a CTR, I think. But, short barrel yoppers need good shock absorption. Anyway, I'm sitting here looking at it, cleaning up. So it could fucking clean, you know.
Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Anybody here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Woo! Oh, I'm sorry, Hapu. I didn't mean to wake you up. Hapu, we gotta do NFTs tomorrow. Where Malik is right here. Ah! Okay, guys, how you doing? Where the hell did you go? I lost you on my computer now. Haha. Everything written down. There we are. What do you mean? I didn't ruin anything. I wasn't here. What happened? Let me see if he wants to come back. I just saw this, by the way. What's going on, dude? Everyone, let me try to get Alex back here. Alex, people said you were in the middle of a story. Okay, dude, why don't you just log in as me? Type in, go to StreamYard and type in malicmatthewj@gmail.com. Yep. Okay, cool. You can do it on your. Oh, maybe you can't do it. Maybe you can't do it on your phone. Let me send you. Do you have the link still? Okay, click on it, and I'm here. I'm focused. I'm here though, so I'll keep putting you back in. Cool. Alex is coming back, guys. He's gonna finish his story. Okay. Boom shakalaka. There you go, buddy. I got one more thing to do, but I'm here watching the whole thing.
Welcome back. I don't even know what story I was in the middle of. That's a good question. Anyway, guess we'll start with a new one. I think I was telling the Ryu NFT story. Yeah, that's what I was telling. Hang on. So, I forget where I got to. I got right up to the good part. So, the year is 2022. I'm old as fuck. Listen, I've been doing this shit for a minute. Okay. So, the year's 2022. We raised all the money. For those who are new to the story, my team raised about 1.2, 1.3, somewhere in that ballpark, $1.3 million from our NFTs in about, what was it, 16 minutes, 17 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. Really impressive stuff. First time really ever being a part of like a raise. You know, I'd always been a part of like a restructuring or a CTO, so really cool to see that kind of take off. We launched the token. A couple weeks later, bull market dies. Then we launched the token because I was like, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna time the bottom. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. CTO ends up using the multi-sig, and apparently he had access to another account of one of the founders. We only had a 2 of 3. So he took the LP, the tokens that were like kind of there from like the LP, and dumped them and withdrew all of the AVAX that was in there. It was like, fucking a couple $100,000, right? And ended up taking that. And then we only had like maybe like 200 grand or like 150 grand left in the treasury. So, the founders disappeared. That hired everyone. The CTO disappeared. And I was left because dyslexic and Brown had already left. And, it was me and N3X.
What was this? Who was this?
I was really by myself, like just with me and N3X.
What was this?
And, I had a couple other moderators with us at the time. But, yeah, it was really it. Aaron was with us, and a couple other guys, but it's really me and N3X. And then, June rolls around, May rolls around, and Stub enters the picture. Basically bullies me into joining the team. And I'm really glad he did. And we decided we're going to, keep going because we had this great roadmap, this great white paper, and we had, still had some funding. We hired a developer that we were introduced to by a prominent Avalanche team that's no longer here. They introduced us to a Docs developer who could help us migrate everything and get everything on track and, really just like reset. So we paid him really most of the last of the treasury. And I was happy to do that. And then we launched Gen 2. We launched a free airdrop that went ballistic called Ryu Source. And then the rest is kind of history. We rolled into Fortify. The last thing on the Ryu roadmap was Advanced DeFi, and it ended up being Fortify. And now we're doing moats, right? So it's been just like this non-stop cycle of building, right? And I'm glad it is. But sometimes it's been interesting to see what people like, what people don't like, what they want to trade. People love NFTs, man. I'll tell you. BenziBox, Ryu, been 2 of my most successful projects to date. Both of them are NFTs. They were like 4 years apart too. 3 apart. So, something to consider. Yeah, that's my story. I CTO'd my own project. Really, became the founder of Ryu V2. Had a lot of fun. Still doing it, right? Like it's still me and N3X and PJ and Stub and Malik and Rab help out a lot with moats and been a really good spot. So, little backstory for anyone that's actually still listening. I don't know who the fuck is still listening, but I'm gonna take a breather really quick.
Cray banana, dude.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
Very anticlimactic stream.
Dude, we're back.
For those
We're back.
listening.
Dude, I didn't know you got hosed like that.
I hope Malik isn't talking, and that
I'm
I'm like
not.
talking
Why?
over him.
No, I'm not. Are you okay? Can you hear me? Oh my god, I was muted the whole time. That guys, I was just talking for like ever, and I didn't think you guys were talking to me back. What an idiot. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call this a night. But oh wait, no, actually, Alex is coming right back, guys. He'll be right back. He just got a call. He's coming right back. Coming right back. We'll be right back. Woo!